Hey, 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 hey. And what the fuck it do, Slim? Look at it, man. It's real quick, real brief. Right back on Straight Drop TV, man. The Prince family, the jprince family came on $1 million worth of game and explained they side of the story on a takeoff murder. This was real deep, man. It was so quiet, man, you could hear a pin drop. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this joke was deep, man. I ain't gonna hold you too long, man, but y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Y'all remember, keep in mind, it's a new channel. We had 33 subscribers. Once we get to 100, I'm selecting 4 random people. After I select you 4 random people, I'm going to either send you a gift card or I'm going to cash app you. Whichever one is more better for you. After we get that 100, we're going to do a prize for 500 followers. Then we're going to do another prize for 1,000 followers. The more followers we get, the more the prize will be. So y'all like the content, share the content, subscribe to the content. Don't be shy, because I'm giving this shit to you straight raw. On Straight Drop TV, baby. Y'all ready? Let that shit drop.
I want to say rest in peace to Takeoff. You know what I mean? Shout out to his family. Shout out
to the whole QC.
To the whole QC, to all his loved ones. You know what I mean? We want to show our respects on that aspect first. You know, when I got the call from you, you know, OG, you know, we was a little reluctant to do the interview because, you know, somebody lost their life. You know, it was a sensitive situation. So, you know, we talked, and then when you alerted me that you had sat down with, you know, P from QC, and, you know, everybody saw things eye to eye, and, you know, that really had, you know, was like, okay, well, cool. As long as you see eye to eye with, you know, the people that's most close to him, and y'all got everything figured out, then okay, then you can come speak your truths. You know what I'm saying? Because that side of the family and this side of the family is on the same accord. So with that being said, you know, let's get into this interview, man.
Yeah, and I would like to also, man, I want to echo everything that was said. You know, we would like to extend and send our condolences, you know what I mean, as well, because, and definitely to Takeoff mother, you know what I mean, because I put her at the top of the list because it's an unnatural thing to lose your kid. You know what I mean? I felt all kinds of pain from losing my mother, my father, you know, brothers, sisters, cousins, best friends, and different things, but you know, to lose your child is a whole different, you know, a whole different kind of pain. So, you know, I sympathize with that to the fullest because that's what you call unnatural. You know what I mean? They supposed to bury us, not us burying them.
Absolutely.
Now, Mike Prince, I'm gonna ask you a question. You was there, and you know a lot of people seen you trying to de-escalate the situation. And then things just went left. What happened, Mike?
Well, it really wasn't a situation to de-escalate because it really wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked like it looked, but it really wasn't that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why I even asked myself that today, like, it wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we from the cuts. You know when certain things are what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, and because you done had so many years of looking and seeing and feeling and dealing. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you know, it was really a beautiful night. You know what I'm saying? We all family. We enjoying. Everybody kicking it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a situation that it turned out to be. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, me saying I'm de-escalating, I'm basically just telling nephew, like, hey, it ain't worth talking about. He's like, man, you want to talk about basketball. It ain't leave it alone. Stop talking about it. Period. Like, stop talking about basketball. You don't want to talk about basketball? Stop. It wasn't about no dice game. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about no gambling. It wasn't about none of the things that the media and all these, we call them media whores, just trying to capitalize and draw a story that wasn't there. Because we had already been outside a period of time before that other conversation started. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the homies, everybody went outside to smoke. You know what I'm saying? We just sit back chilling. Then they went, we gonna talk. They talk basketball. You know what I'm saying? Just nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that type of situation or that type of energy to where you would feel like something had escalated to where it was supposed to be a problem.
So to the people that say, okay, Prince family been doing this for years. Been bringing people down. They've been hosting them. Nothing like this ever happened. You feel what I'm saying? What about the people that feel like still nothing should have happened? Because they was with the Prince family, and the Prince family is well respected. Nothing should have happened. What do you say to that?
What I would say to that is, I have a track record, man, and the Prince family have a track record of 30 plus years of, honoring and loving on our guests and being with our guests, and no shit like this never happened. But here's the thing, and this is what people don't understand. We ain't never had nobody to attack us, if you know what I mean. When a man attack a situation with a weapon, then, it become a playing field where, any and everything goes. So that's what we're dealing with right here, and that's the root of this situation. And he didn't attack the Prince family, but he attacked, people that we know, and it was totally unnecessary, you know what I mean, for you to attack a man with a weapon. Because what that's going to do is put a man in a position where he want to protect himself. And that was the root of igniting this gunplay.
But to clarify it real quick so they can understand, we're not talking about takeoff attacking nobody.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so they can understand.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not takeoff and not nobody from Houston, attack nobody until, the homie that was with them would take off them, whatever his name may be. He giving all kinds of statements on this police report we have, so we can read his name and everything, because he put himself in a position where he's cooperating and telling a lot of different lies. So we may as well shine the light on the real root to the issue, which is this homie, you know what I mean, in this paperwork. So as everybody could see on the video, this dude, without having a green light from Offset, nobody told this man to, attack somebody and the Quavo, you know what I mean? Nobody gave him a green light to attack, a 5'2" guy. This is a big nigga, you know what I mean? So I guess he felt like, the little homie is somebody he can just hit and knock out and different things like that. And it was a wrong thing to do, man. And it was an embarrassing thing to do because it was, like Mike said, it was so unnecessary. It wasn't even that type of atmosphere. Y'all talking about a basketball game. You know what I mean? A 2-on-2, playing a 2-on-2, and now you turn a misdemeanor into a felony.
I'm going to say this. A lot of people seen the video. It was a few seconds. And Junior, they seen you walking by. We understand that, Quavo, Takeoff, they was down here with y'all. But they seen you walking by. He's laying on the ground. You got Mike bending down, and they seen you walking by. What took place there?
This the crazy thing about that video, right? Is one scenario is that they see Mike on the ground trying to help Takeoff. But in the video, Mike was right behind me. people didn't peep that. People think that I'm the one who had a voice. I mean, I'm the one who was speaking in the video when I wasn't. If you go back and look at the video, Mike is walking right behind me. They took 3 seconds of a situation where I was caught on video and turned it into what they wanted it to be. But in all actuality, we had been there for a while. Mike was following me so we can go to the restroom so he can wash the blood off his hands and so he can enlighten me to what transpired, because I wasn't even out there when this transpired. I was inside paying a bill. So I had no knowledge of what had transpired outside. As I'm walking I had just got done paying the bill. As I'm walking to the door, I hear gunshots. And then I also hear bullets coming through the glass. So I got out the way because I was almost at the door. So I end up getting out the way. And sadly, what had taken place had taken place. But in that 3-second clip, it was me and Mike walking to the restroom so he can wash the blood off his hands and so he can enlighten me to what transpired outside.
There was rumors that after all this occurred, you was the one that took Quavo and them to the hospital. Y'all still was together after the fact.
I stayed with Quavo. We stayed out there probably like 2 or 3 hours together before we all parted ways and made sure each other was cool. Like, me and him stayed out there. Like, one other person pulled up, but it was me and him that stayed out there for hours after this transpired. So,
yeah. So it's just interesting how, one can take a 3-second lie, you know what I mean, and contaminate, a bunch of damn fools that'll believe anything that they see. And when in actuality, as you can see, these two was with Quavo, you know what I mean, from beginning to end. They dropped him off. They never left his side, because here's the thing. Takeoff is not the only one got hit that night. You know what I mean? A friend of ours daughter got hit in the head. So somebody could have been mad about that and wanted to come back and do some things. So they was there with the homie. And whenever he decide to speak, he gonna validate everything we saying. Quavo, you know what I mean? Because he know he was never abandoned. He know he was never disrespected. He know every time he have came to Houston, it been nothing but love and respect. That's why he came so many times.
When you hear Houston, you hear mob ties, and some people would say that it's some type of protocol for people to check in when they come to the city. And this coming from a person like me and Gil, we ain't never check in when we came to the city. So is there supposed to be a certain protocol for people to check in?
No, and I begin with me, and then he can speak, and they can speak for the other generation. But never, you know what I mean? We don't have time for no sucker shit like that. Now a lot of people from the different police departments and all these different people want to insinuate like we extorting people. They have to check in. Man, that ain't no money in that shit. I wouldn't have. I got more money than I could spend, right? So I don't want to say, go Gil, that shit ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna turn out right because real niggas ain't gonna have that no way. Check in for what? But on the flip side, there is what you call a brownie point to be able to have us as friends. You know what I mean? I don't want to impose or force myself to embrace nobody. But by the same token, those that I respect and I befriend, there is a difference coming into the city as our friend versus by yourself. You know what I mean? And the difference is we are respected. We are respected, and everybody with us, we're going to demand that they be respected. But it ain't no trying to extort or trying to force. We don't need that. That's fake love. All right. We don't want that.
Because it seemed like, and why is it that a high percentage of things that take place that might go wrong in this city, why is mob ties and Rap-A-Lot always blamed?
Man, all of my life, damn near in this game, that been the case. You know what I mean? It's almost like I view our brand like a Nike brand in the streets. You know, everybody wear it. You know what I mean? Because it's something proud to wear and feel good about. But you know, all of those everybody's, and I done a post say everybody with us ain't one of us. You know what I mean? Everybody wear that hat, wear that attire. You know, you can't give them to me. You know, you can't give all these people that wear Nike and may go shoot up, bang, bang, or whatever in Nike attire. Y'all don't try to give it to Phil Knight, whatever that dude name. You know what I mean? So don't try to give me that shit, but they do. You know what I mean? And I learned to accept the things that I can't change the things that I can, and have the wisdom to know the difference. You know what I mean? Because, you know, with us and with the success that we have attained for so many years brings about a certain jealousy and envy and all that kind of shit with it, man, until, you know, it's like a snowball effect where you really can't stop it. You know what I mean? You know, I give you a story my 114-year-old great-grandmother gave me. She said, people are going to say what they want to say. You just don't let it be so. So I live that life of just not letting it be so.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is also brought to you by the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. Return to L.A. on Sunday, February 5th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. More than 20 of the best NASCAR Cup Series drivers will compete on a quarter-mile track built in less than 50 days. Kicking off the NASCAR 75th season, the Clash feature pre-race concert by Cypress Hill and a race break performance from Wiz Khalifa. Right now, you can get your tickets at NASCARclash.com. NASCARclash.com. Get out there and get your tickets.
Hey, listen, and make sure y'all tune in because you got the OG there, Cypress Hill, right? Cypress Hill doing his thing. And then you got the pre-break concert by Wiz Khalifa. So you know he going to be in there black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, doing his thing. So tell them where they could get the tickets at one more time.
NASCARclash.com.
NASCARclash.com.
Yes.
Make sure y'all go there, check out all the races, check out everything they got going on, check out the concert. You got the OG Cypress Hill, right?
Yes.
And you got the race car break by concert by Wiz Khalifa. So it's gonna be a great time, man. Check that out. Let me ask y'all a question. What's the from the Prince family standpoint, what's the worst? What is the when you get into feelings, what's the worst feeling that y'all had that from what happened that night? Like what eats at y'all the most of what happened that night? Other than Takeoff here losing his life.
Let me just say this. I don't think I heard you say other than that, but that's at the top. You know what I mean? He lost his life. Other than that, the worst thing to me is this clown that came here. I wish he wouldn't have never came with Quavo. I wish he wouldn't have never brought this nigga into Houston because he can't think. You know what I mean? This whole root of everything happening is from his actions. And to be frank, honest about the situation, I wish that bullet would have hit him instead of Takeoff, because he was the one that deserved that. You know what I mean? Takeoff didn't deserve that. You know, so that's the worst thing that I could think of, because if he don't make that move, then the night is everybody's still here and live to see another day, and you know what I mean? It's bubbly and lovey-dovey.
Right.
You know.
And I understand that, you know, the Takeoff situation is the most important thing, you know what I mean? But I'm saying, you know, other than that, from the Prince standpoint, it might be like that it ever even was possible that it could happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, real clearly. And, you know, as I said, man, the root, you know, everybody, even the police department want to get around the root of what really happened. Now, there's a law that goes on around the world where if me and you go rob a bank and, you know, the police or somebody is shooting, trying to protect that bank, right, and hit some innocent person, who you think get that charge? The person that shot that innocent person or the root of the situation that was robbing that bank?
The root.
Okay. That's what we're dealing with right here. You know what I mean? This dude is the root of this shit. You know what I mean? And from what I done read in this police report, you know, where he's, you know, telling on everything he can tell on Jazz, and you know what I mean, he moving on to say he was trying to be robbed, and man, don't nobody who wanna rob, you know, them little dudes, the last thing they would have done was violated and tried to rob Quavo. Me and Quavo done walked in the hood of Fifth Ward, me, him, and Jazz, by ourselves in the whole hood. And when by the time we hit a few corners, we had 100 plus walking with us. You know what I mean? So he know firsthand. Well, no, that's like a lie to justify that dumb shit that he done. And you know, that's just the root of the shit, man. If I could change it, I would change it. If I was God, I would have reached and grabbed and stopped the bullet from hitting the loved one, because I love him that much. You know what I mean? But I was in a bed asleep.
Just to elaborate on that, man. I think, like I had spoke before and said, that the biggest thing is just me thinking about that whole night and that whole situation, to where, like you guys spoke on, how so many speak about the family, how one should have been in control, why it happened, this and that and another. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're not God, you know what I'm saying, but we believe in him. And we don't fear no man, you know what I'm saying, because we follow him first and foremost, you know. And personally, I asked myself, was it anything else that could have been done to manicure that situation? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we so used to molding and the respect, you know what I'm saying, me, to where we didn't have no doubt that it wasn't gonna be no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't move like that. No one in association or affiliation with us move with disrespect. You know what I'm saying, me? So we all family. You know what I'm saying, man? And just to see the way that my family is being betrayed, you know what I'm saying, behind someone that we care about and love also as brothers, that's the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to enlighten the world, let them know y'all got it messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because we messed up about this too. You know what I'm saying, me? And all respect to Takeoff's family. You know what I'm saying, me? His loved ones. We love them and respect them too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 1 hour was took that night. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, bro say, behind this clown, man, we don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? When we say move, we move. When one leg move that way, the other leg gonna move that way. We don't have no out of bounds clown shit going on in our family. This nigga came down here and he was out of line. And he stepped out of bounds, man, without permission. Quavo told me, after I told him, I said, nephew, stop talking about basketball, leave it alone. He said, Unc, you right, let's go. Cause I don't want to do nothing to one of these niggas before I do something to one of these niggas. This dude took upon himself to go trying to violate people that didn't violate nobody, that was sitting there humble, wasn't exchanging words, wasn't being disrespectful. He just decided he wanted to be a bully that night and prove something to someone, I don't know, probably because he's the biggest guy out there, I don't know what it was. But we started walking off. You know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody in the family violate nobody. A man is gonna defend himself. So I can't tell a man not to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even see that coming. You know, but as soon as he made his move and struck an individual, I'm like, what you doing? But everything happened like that. And I didn't see no gun in his hand. Because I would have spoke on that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see that till clippings after the fact that he's already standing there. So he already had his mind on something that shouldn't have been. You see what I'm saying? But it wasn't something that we could control, see coming, stop, or none of that, because it wasn't one of ours. You're not of us. Because you was of us, it wouldn't have never happened. You stepped out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? And
if they listen to that tape real good, they can hear the little homie. They can hear the little homie saying, "Man, if you took that wrong, I apologize." This is what the little homie was telling Quavo. "Man, I apologize if you took that wrong. I was just talking about basketball." You know, how humble can you be? After apologizing like that, a nigga gonna hit him with a pistol? Hey, man, you know, like I say, under no circumstances did Takeoff deserve what he got. But boy, look at here. That other clown, hey, man, that's where it's at.
You keep people keep.